Welcome back, everybody. We're replacing the toilet in the trailer today because the old one split a valve in the back over the winter, and decided to upgrade the toilet a little bit. This thing bolts right in. It's actually more like a house toilet. So I don't know, we're gonna give it a shot. I like it. It's pretty cool. Other than that, I don't know. Let's go put it in. Welcome back, everybody. Spring is finally here and we're starting to get rolling up here at the property. When we were up here back in February, we found that our toilet had froze. The little valve in the back had froze and split, and we're gonna go ahead and replace the entire toilet instead of just replacing the valve. Actually found this little bit nicer toilet at a pretty reasonable price. It was only like 200 bucks. I'll throw a link in the description for everything that we're doing here. It's got a porcelain bowl, which I hadn't really seen before. I haven't looked at a lot of modern travel trailers or anything, so it should make it a little bit nicer to clean. It's got more of a regular style lid, so even though we don't have the cabin built yet, at least we'll be able to poop in peace. Our travel trailer that we have is a 2008. It's a Jayco, so it's a little bit older. And as I was removing the old toilet, I ended up breaking one of the ears off of the toilet flange. So I went out, I ordered this toilet flange off of Amazon. I'm actually not gonna use it. I was able to reuse the other one. You can see it's got 4 ears on here. What's nice about a lot of these travel trailers is they're threaded, they're not glued in. So that was one thing I was concerned about. I've never done a toilet flange on a travel trailer before, so it was kind of a unknown thing. I went ahead and ordered this before I tore everything apart, because with one pooper in there, it's kind of one of those critical things that you got to make sure that it's working. So today, before we head home, we're going to try and get this thing installed, but it does have a threaded insert, so you can unthread the other one, thread it back on. What I ended up doing is I had basically just broke one of these ears off right here, and since it's set up with 4, I just rotated it 90 degrees and re-screwed it back in. I didn't film any of that stuff. It's kind of tight and narrow in there. You know, plus it's kind of nasty cleaning all that stuff, and I didn't really want to show you guys all that, but I'll show you guys as we're installing it. But installing a toilet in an RV is very similar to doing one at the house if you've ever done one. Now, generally at the house, you've got a wax ring that sits on top of your flange, and then you set your toilet assembly on top of it, squish it down. That wax ring is what seals from the sewer gases from coming into the house. On these RV style toilets, you've got this foam ring that sits in there, and you're going to put that on the toilet side, get it pushed up into place, and then you'll take the toilet, set it down on top of your flange with the little T-nuts. It'll go in, and then you cinch that thing down, tighten it up, and that gives you your seal to prevent the sewer gases and everything from coming back into the travel trailer. So it's another reason why I went ahead and just replaced the whole toilet. I was going to have to replace that foam ring. When I actually took it apart, it was pretty nasty. So might as well just do everything all at once. It's super straightforward. There's not a lot of room in the bathroom, obviously, so I'm going to get the best video I can for you guys. But we're going to go in, get this thing all ready to go. We're going to set it down in there, tighten it up. Another thing I forgot to mention was I didn't have a shut-off on ours. So there's no angle stops or anything installed on these things. So I actually picked one of these hoses up. I'll put a link to it from Amazon, but you can pick them up anywhere. Home Depot, I think, is where I picked this one up. But it threads into the back here, and then I can just, it's just like a shark bite style. That way I can just push it onto the PEX that's already inside. And then I'll have an angle stop and be able to disconnect, shut the water on and off to the toilet as needed. And yeah, should be good. So go see if we can get this thing stuffed in and have a functional toilet. Bathroom obviously does not have a whole lot of room here, but you can see this is the flange. I just stuffed some toilet paper in here just so that it wouldn't give us any nasty odor or anything. Everything on my flange looks good. This is where I broke it. That was originally over here, and I was able to just turn it, re-secure it down, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that instead of unscrewing everything and putting it all back together. It's got like a slip fitting in there that let me just twist it, and I just wanted to get it done this weekend. I didn't have another piece that I would have needed, but at least I've got the flange. I'll probably get the piece and then just have that stuff here whenever I need it. But you can see I put a little angle stop on the hose when that way we could run water in the rest of the trailer, and we just used bottled water to flush the toilet this last trip. But yep, we're all ready to go. Looks just like a house. We're not going to set a wax ring on like I showed you. It's got the foam ring, so I'm just going to sit this thing on here and tighten it down, and then I'm going to install my water line. Double check that our flange is on there, our rubber gas or foam seal is on there, right? And we're going to pick this guy up, and man, there's just no room in here to see anything. All right. There we go. Okay. All right, both studs went through their holes. Got my little nuts, and you can really feel that rubber gasket in there. It's gonna squish it down a little bit. Now, probably could have used a ratchet on this and made it a little bit easier on myself, but there's not a ton of room in here. I wanted to not over tighten anything or break anything because of all this plastic crap. So I wanted to just kind of get it in, take a little bit of time, make sure I didn't feel anything weird. We're starting to get there. We're going to get it nice and secure so that it's pulled down tight against the ground, but not over tightening it so that we break any of that plastic flange or anything like that. This is crazy how tight this thing is in here. So I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of room to connect all of this before I put this little line on. Okay, that's good right there. I'm gonna take my cutters. I'm gonna cut this. Ooh. Of course. Cut that. And of course, it's gonna leak water everywhere, which is super annoying. I drained it as much as I could. And get it on there. Open it up. Alright, so that's the angle stop. There's a little inline shutoff valve that I installed just so that we could run everything, and I'll just pull that piece out. Alright. Well, That's that. Clean up this water back here and see what happens. Let's go turn on the water pump. Make sure we don't have any leaks. Of course I got leaks. Seems like I didn't have that thing seated all the way. And just needed to get that thing seated down in there. And now we have no leaks. And sweet. All right, so we've got the toilet installed. Now, this is important. Hopefully you can see that on this toilet, which is the Thetford Aqua-Magic Style 2. To preserve that little seal down there, you want to have some water in the bowl. Now, I'm going to flush it here so that you guys can see the flush. Got some nice little powerful jets that come from that little guy up there. Let's see. Does a pretty nice job. Seals up, leaves a little bit of water in the bowl, and there you go. Toilet installed, crisis averted. Hopefully that was helpful for everybody. That's the Thetford Aqua-Magic Style 2. I really like it. We'll test it out a little bit more and find out how much we like it. Junior's getting ready to park his quad, and we'll see you on the next one.